Welcome to Crisis in Perception, where we examine the systems shaping our world one book at a time. So today, we're going to crack open a literary classic to wrestle with a really tough question. How can it cause a system you believe in completely rewrite your own moral code? The book we're digging into is Ernest Hemingway's masterpiece, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and it just drops us right into the heart of the Spanish Civil War. We're following Robert Jordan, an American volunteer with one single, solitary job: get behind enemy lines and destroy a bridge.
And that one mission, that one objective, forces us to ask the big question here. I mean, when you become an instrument for a cause, even a cause you believe in with all your heart, what happens to your own internal compass? What happens to that voice that tells you what's right and what's wrong?
To even begin to answer that, we have to see what Hemingway's really showing us. He presents this ideological war not just as a series of battles, but as a complex, all-consuming system.
And here's the key insight, right? This war isn't just random chaos. It's a system with its own brutal logic. It takes an act like killing, something that's normally a huge moral transgression, and it completely reframes it. Suddenly, it's not just necessary, it's your duty. It's a virtuous act for the greater good.
And just listen to the impossible demands this system makes. General Goals doesn't just say, hey, blow up the bridge. No, he orders it blown at a perfectly stated hour. He's demanding absolute precision in the middle of total unpredictable chaos, an order he himself admits is almost impossible to carry out.
You see, on paper, the system's logic is perfect. It's clean, it's precise, it's a flawless equation that should lead directly to victory.
But here's the problem, the big catch. The components in that equation aren't numbers. They're people. They're messy, unpredictable, imperfect human beings who are driven by love and fear and doubt. They are the chaotic variables that are always threatening to break the entire system.
So, what does this kind of immense pressure actually do to the people caught inside of it? Let's dig into the moral corners they get backed into.
Well, what starts out as a deeply personal belief slowly transforms into a binding external obligation. Suddenly, your conscience isn't just your own anymore. It's accountable to the mission, to the group, to the entire ideology.
And you can feel this incredible internal conflict in a character like Anselmo. He is 100% loyal to the cause, but he just can't shake his own conscience. For him, killing is a sin, period. Even when the person on the other end is an enemy that he knows he has to kill.
But then you get the flip side. You get Robert Jordan's way of coping with it, which is basically the system's logic winning out. He has to tell himself that he's just an instrument, that his personal responsibility just dissolves into the larger machinery of war and gets passed up the chain of command.
And this whole conflict, the system versus the individual, duty versus your own morality, it is all perfectly, brilliantly captured in one central metaphor.
It's the bridge itself. Just think about that for a second. A bridge is a structure of connection, right? But in this story, its entire purpose, its whole reason for being, is its own violent destruction. It's a physical object that becomes a perfect symbol for the characters themselves. They're there to be used up and sacrificed for the mission.
And look at how the system elevates this thing. It gives this temporary, disposable object this almost cosmic importance. By framing its destruction as a potential turning point for all of humanity, the system can justify absolutely any sacrifice it takes to get it done.
And then, just to make things even more intense, Robert Jordan falls in love. His relationship with Maria gives him this incredibly profound, personal reason to live, an entire lifetime packed into just 3 days. And this happens at the exact moment the system is demanding he be ready to throw it all away. Love just raises the stakes to an impossible height.
So, after all this, where does that leave us? What is the final takeaway from this look into the machinery of ideological war?
Well, what becomes terrifyingly clear is that as the system's pressure mounts, the space for real, individual choice just shrinks and shrinks. Moral debates, second thoughts, those become luxuries you can't afford. In the end, every path, every choice, funnels down to a single point: the duty you have to the mission, the destruction of the bridge.
And this is where the title of the book, the famous quote it's taken from, just delivers this profound final insight. The argument is that in these conflicts, there's no such thing as an isolated death or an action that only affects you. The system connects everyone. The cost of violence is shared by all of us.
In the end, For Whom the Bell Tolls is so much more than just a war story. It's a timeless blueprint for understanding moral pressure. It's this stark, powerful examination of how huge systems can bend, break, and ultimately redefine the very people who choose to serve them. For the full, long-form deep dive into this book and its ideas, follow the link in the description. If you enjoy these explainers, please subscribe and comment with books or topics you'd like us to explore next.